And we're back. Alright. Smile Ghost. It's a good one. Smileghost.mp3. Alright, yeah, the BRB screen doesn't really make too many appearances. But it basically only makes an appearance if I'm like in between games. I don't take breaks that often. Okay, so I got the ticker change and everything. We should be good. But yeah, we're gonna be getting back. We're gonna be getting back into the Tomb Raider series, I suppose. But we're gonna get into Tomb Raider the reboot. So let's go ahead and boot that up, and hopefully it works. I gave it a little test earlier. I think it was okay. Just cross my fingers. Oh, they give me options. Let me see. Maybe I shouldn't mess with this. I think I changed these settings once already. Hopefully it just saved them, and that's going to be it with that. It's not often that I play a game that has a launcher on it. What the hell is that? This is a game like freaked out for a second. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. Alright, I think we are good. I'm just checking on my stream tab here. Take a look. Okay. Hold up. Let me just take one look over here. Just make sure my limiter's working. Okay, I think we're all right. Did I see the new movie Constipation? What? Yeah, exactly. I'm a solidist on that one. I don't think I've seen that, no, or heard of that. All right. Well, I don't know that I want to. Not with a movie title like that, but I'll if it'll probably hit my radar with a title like that, actually. Okay, let's see. Let's do a new game. That's a little test game I did, so I don't think we'll need that. Empty, 0% complete, whatever. We'll do hard difficulty, let's see what that's like.
A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. I'd finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure. But instead, adventure found me. In our darkest moments, when life flashes before us, we find something that keeps us going. Something that pushes us.
Wow. Hold that thought. It's a little bit loud too. I want to see if I can knock that down a little bit. When did this come out? This is what came out in 2013. Skirty is right on that one. This was actually 5 years after Underworld, and is this the newer installments? Yes, it is. So we're in the reboot trilogy now. If you're not familiar with the way I play these games or most games, basically, if I feel passionate enough about a series or curious enough about a series, what I will do is I will start a game at one of its earliest installments, or game series, I should say, and then I will continue to play through the series until I feel like I'm satisfied with it. With the Tomb Raider games, I wanted to go from Tomb Raider 1996 to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, so it's taken... We're not quite at a year yet, but we're getting there. So, yeah, it'll take probably a little bit more time, especially with these games, because they are a bit on the longer side. But I don't think I'm going to stream every bit of it. There's a lot of little additional stuff. Kind of going to be a similar situation to the Arkham game that I've just been playing, because this game actually takes a lot of beats from the Arkham series and Uncharted. So, sort of mixing those two things together ends up being a bit on the longer side in terms of the gameplay mechanics. Also, in popular opinion, you're not a big fan of this new Lara model or voice actress. I don't think that's too much of an unpopular opinion, man, because, boy, we were talking about it before, but yeah, it seems like, at least in terms of people that are a fan of the Tomb Raider series, and this is like longtime fans, or at least fans even starting from the Crystal Dynamics start area, yeah, it's like the newer Tomb Raider games don't seem to sit that well. A lot of people agree that they're fine games, but they're not as good as anything that preceded it. But oh boy, is her name Camilla or Camellia, something like that? Luddington. She does the voice work. I think she sounds fine. I don't like her performance as much as Keely Hawes, or Janelle Elliott, but I mean, probably not going to harp on her voice too much. I think her model gets worse as the series progresses, because she doesn't look quite as good as she does in this game. This is probably her best looking appearance, I think, in this trilogy. And then she just progressively gets worse looking with each installment, but we'll see what happens. And I guess we can make our own opinions as we progress through it. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I wanted to turn the volume down. Here, let me do that real quick. I've been chatting up too much. Let me see. Let's see. What are we at? Tomb Raider. Oh, no wonder. It's at 100% volume. Yeah, I usually knock that down to about 75 or so. Yeah, that probably sounds like shit. All right, now I think we're good. Anyway, back to it. It's like being raised on Confident Lara, seeing her start era is weird. We'll get into it, yeah. Let's try to get through these cutscenes first. Wow, she got punched. Finally. I recognize these, like, meat bags. Somebody ripped these models and uploaded them to a game that I'm somewhat familiar with. You can also see how this made into a movie. Really good storytelling. This is probably this trilogy of games probably has the best storytelling, I think, out of the Tomb Raider games. I mean, we get some high points with some of the other ones. I feel in particular like the Legend trilogy has some high points, but not consistently. I think in terms of consistent storytelling, this probably is the series to look for if you're into that kind of thing. Oh yeah, just light yourself on fire. It'll be good. Yeah, this game is also like somewhat torture porn-ish. There's a lot of punishment that Lara goes through. Ouch. A little bit of an ouch moment, yeah. Just a bit. Okay.
Oh God. No.
So, as soon as Underworld had finished development, I think it was right after that that Crystal Dynamics had split into a couple teams. There was one team that went to do some of the side game projects, which was Guardian of Light and Temple of Osiris. And those came out in between Underworld and this remake. Let's grab that torch. I say she keep a nail in. Taking out would have made it bleed out. Yeah, probably. Unless she could cauterize it pretty quick. It's usually not the best idea to rip it out. Also, depending on if it hits any important organs, you could do a lot more damage than good. But I'm pretty sure, maybe not like immediately, like right after the fact, but there was a team that was set up from Crystal Dynamics to start development on this game pretty close after Underworld had finished and wrapped up and released. And it was always an idea, not necessarily to pick up from Underworld and create like a sequel to that. It wasn't an idea to create a new trilogy, I don't think even, but the idea basically was to do sort of like this origin story.
That was loud.
And yeah, I mean, it depends on where it hits, but I mean, if you think of Steve Irwin, going back to the whole pulling out objects that pierce you, I mean, unfortunately, the whole reason why he died was because he pulled out that stingray spine. Had he left it in, they pretty much unanimously said that he probably would have survived. But yeah, ripping it out did not end up doing that well. But yeah, general idea when it comes to most stuff like that. Oh my God, a homeless man!
Oh, that was close. Oh shit, that was close.
You can keep saying it. I don't think it's going to happen. there's a massive boulder in the way of that little tunnel there. Come back. Come back. Keep going, Lara. Don't worry about it. But by the time they came out with this game, yeah, it was pretty much said and done. We had the whole reboot kind of era. I mean, I don't even think that necessarily when they were starting development on this game it was intended to be a reboot, but that's just kind of how it got perceived to be.
Need to find a way out.
This was mostly just supposed to be an origin story of sorts, because when you think about it with any of the Tomb Raider games, even in their earliest form, with, you know, aside from the flashbacks and everything that happen in Chronicles and all that, even in their earliest form, Lara's always been like a fully developed adventurer. She never really had any sort of like, you know, you don't get to see her when she's green in too many ways. Hell, even when she was a kid, she was pretty much had the skills. She could jump around and do all sorts of gymnastics and whatnot. Oh, right. Okay, I remember this. But on paper, yeah, it was interesting. And I think at the end of the day, this game ends up being pretty good. I mean, I'll play through it, obviously, and make my determination by the time we get to the end. But I think it was more just kind of the progression of this trilogy and where it ended up going. I think that was kind of where the disappointment came from a lot of longtime Tomb Raider fans. Somewhat myself included, but I haven't really played all the way through the sequels of this one. I'll just walk up right next to it, Jesus. Also, being almost 10 years old, it still stands up today. Just Mr. Pistols, Simone Biles, gymnastics, confidence. I mean, there is that. At the same time, it's like, you can't blame them too much, considering it is an origin story, that they do away with some of the staples. Because that kind of stuff feels like it needs to be earned, especially if you're starting off pretty early in her career. So I think particularly with this game, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me as much, but the fact that we don't get that in later iterations, in the sequels to this, I think that's what bothers me. What the hell? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of QTEs in here. Also, she's dead. quite harsh, too. I told you, this game has moments of, like, severe torture porn. Oh, okay. Yeah, this game seems to like to use QTEs quite a bit too. Which, I don't know, I'm not always a fan of. Okay, hold up. Alright, start scrambling. Push them soft Xbox One triggers in. I was about to ask what the hell was causing them such a severe cave-in, but I guess we were exploding a lot of barrels. Alright, well there's your title screen. Also, you're walking through Colorado. You got spiked all the way through by a tree. Can't imagine being alive right now. Oh, that sounds pretty harsh. So you see a bunch of wreckage here. The premise of this game, in some regards, I remember being kind of interesting. It was sort of like a take on the Bermuda Triangle. In fact, I think at the intro there, they called it like the Dragon Triangle or something along those lines.
The lifeboat. Where are they? They must have gone inland.
Also, I believe I said this during a previous stream, but I don't think I've said it while I booted this game up. I have played this game all the way through before. Unlike most of the other ones that I played, like the past 3 games, okay. I did not
take it slow.
100% them, or this one. But I have played it. I've only ever played it once, and I played it on the PS3. So never did the definitive edition, never did the PC version. This PC version I got because Steam gave it away for free like a year or two ago. I don't really know why, but they just did. So I figure might as well try a game with higher fidelity. In some regards, I remember looking at some comparisons way back when. The PC version actually looks either comparable or even in some ways better than the Definitive Edition. What I also noticed with the Definitive Edition is that they changed her facial model for some reason. I don't know if it was to get more animations or if there were other motives, but she doesn't look quite as pretty, I've noticed, in the Definitive Edition compared to this one. So, I mean, I guess there's a perk right there. Look at her in those cutscenes. She's got those full-on like pouty lips. Got a very thin face, and then I feel like the Definitive Edition changed it where she looks a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how to word it. She looks a little bit fuller, a little more rugged, like she does in the sequel games to this one. So.
I can do this.
Grab. You're surprised how amazing. You're surprised how amazing how it holds up today. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks good in my opinion. A lot of 7th gen, like late 7th gen, because this was bordering on. I mean, 2013. Let me think. I think the PS4 was either out that year or it came out the year after. Maybe even 2012. Actually, now that I think about it. So I mean, it's not that old. I think a lot of these games around this time period still look pretty good, but in my honest opinion, there really hasn't been that much, development in terms of hardware and technology since those times. It's just that we could do more of what we could before. So, yeah, it still looks pretty good. I'm more impressed by the fact that Underworld actually holds up, that being a game that's over a decade old. From 2008, I think Underworld actually holds up quite a bit. And in some ways, I'm kind of looking at the environments here. And maybe they're not supposed to be comparable, but just looking at the environment here in this game, I think Underworld, like in the Thailand section, actually looked a little bit better.
Sam's pack.
Yeah, almost 2022. This game is almost 10 years old, but Underworld is older.
Sam! They must have come this way.
At the same time, I am comparing the PC version, which has higher fidelity than like the PS3 or 360 version. But still, I think the point still stands.
Sam? Roth? Can anyone hear me? I've got to find them.
Two-way radio, follow the survivor's trail. Anything else here? So we kind of mocked it in the previous game, but this game does incorporate the protagonist's super sensibility. I think we'll just call it Lara vision. It's probably like survivalist vision or something like that. Whoops. Okay. Whoa. But this was a big trend, especially kind of like in the early 2010s with a lot of games. I think mostly because games started getting a lot more detailed and it started to become more difficult to find stuff that you're supposed to interact with. So a lot of developers would just incorporate this super sensibility that would show you where important things were. I think we're gonna jump down there.
Is anyone listening? Please respond.
start thinking about making that fire. In fact, most plants are edible all the way to the root. You never know. Ooh, I don't like the subtitles. They subtitle out like sound effects. And look, she's got her camera back. It's a weird feature from Underworld that carries over, maybe. Provided it's actually operational.
Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist, Lara Croft, in her native habitat. She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to the fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly.
Sam, this is serious.
Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about?
I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should.
Lara, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously, I'm not just saying this to make you feel better. I trust you, Roth trusts you. You got this. Now let's take a break, okay?
Okay. And Sam, thanks.
She's not always this serious, you know?
Come on, tackle it! No, it's your chance!
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Lara? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai. No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai.
I've talked to Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps.
Wait, who's
Dr.
operating the
Whitman.
camera?
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field without a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Ship, Dr. Whitman. It's a ship. You don't need a PhD to know
Look,
that.
going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like. Makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms.
I think I hate all of these
Myths are usually
people.
based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Well, look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
I'm the captain here. Let's go with the Scotsman. Seems like he knows what he's talking about. Were those good memories to relive? Apparently not. She just kind of tossed it to her side. Oh boy. All right. Back at it.
I can't just sit here.
Sure you can.
I've got to find something to eat.
Okay. So eventually I think we'll be able to start using the campfires as like a level up type deal, but I don't even know if they've introduced the RPG factor quite yet. Also dead fruits make make great fires for campfires. Alright, I got you. I feel like, why is that? Some of the acidity that comes out of it? My PC is a beast? Is it, are you being sarcastic? Is it like freezing up? Sometimes it does that. That happened with Halo. We were like,
Oh, God.
having weird issues with that.
Wait.
But that's because Halo was poorly optimized. In the best way. Okay, well, very good. I'm glad then. Now, this is an older game, so it should be able to run it fine. I'm also streaming Arkham Origins 2, and that one's at max settings. And that one looks pretty damn good as well. Another one of those things we were talking about, you know, just because the game's older doesn't mean it's too far removed from what technology is like nowadays. Basically, we could run better looking textures. Oh, hey. I didn't even see that.
I need to find a weapon.
We can run HD textures, which sometimes can go a long way, especially if you're like really looking close at a couple things. But in terms of like models and everything, that's not too different. Polygon counts get high, but it's at a certain point where it's not even as noticeable. Alright, we got our first bow.
Thing still works.
This game is like breathing.
Roth's training.
You can have the best
Nice.
form and technique in the world, but it won't mean a thing if you can't focus. The key to using any weapon is focus.
You got to focus, Lara.
I need to find something to eat.
Can we kill a... I saw a deer running around. Can we kill a deer and just eat it raw? Or is there like fruits and vegetables? Oh, hey. Little secret things. But yeah, also in line with that, I do think that this PC version looks pretty damn good. Because the definitive edition, when this game came out, it was on 7th gen platforms. So, like I said, I originally played this on PS3. Also came out on Xbox 360. Those looked fine, but they didn't run probably quite as well. There was probably some draw distance issues. There might have been like less fog or no fog at all in some regards. Whereas the PC version, especially after some updates, could do a lot more. Have I used a crossbow before? Like in real life? Not a crossbow, but I've used a bow. Like just a standard bow before. Let's see, maybe I could... Shit. I'm trying to go for like the heart or something. I guess I could try to go for a headshot. There we go. Sometimes really hard to pull back on that string on a real life bow.
Sorry.
Kind of surprised she's going out in the wilderness and she doesn't have a knife on her. Usually when you do these expedition type things, that's like one of the number one things. That and flint. It's usually best to take that
You won't
with
always
you.
have some fancy gadget to tell you where you are. If you can learn to read the land and the stars, you'll always be able to find your way home.
You don't have a fancy gadget, except for your super senses. Okay. So that tells us where to go back to. I'm seeing if there's any more, like, spirit totem type things. High school gym class, either sign up for basketball or archery. Still the record for the best aim. That's good. I wish we had archery in high school. All right, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing. I'm not too sure where you're at, but I mean, high school for me and pretty much everyone else I knew, there weren't like particular things that you could sign up for. It was mostly like an all-encompassing thing where you just do a little bit of everything. We played basketball, we played baseball, we played football, we did high jumps, long jumps, we did track. We did wrestling at one point, which was weird. I won the wrestling competition. Okay, so here we go with the RPG mechanics. Any campfires start to become like your little centralized hub. There will be more as we kind of progress through the game, but this is where we level up abilities and whatnot. Animal instincts. Keen observation allows you to spot hard-to-find animals and food sources. Sure, why not? Press LB to activate survival instincts to see animals and food glow. Okay. What else we got? Earn extra rewards when looting animal corpses, food caches. Thoroughly search crates and caches to find extra salvage. Carefully looting animal corpses will reward you with extra salvage. Most of this stuff is okay, whatever. Salvage related. Hunter upgrades. I guess we're not going to worry about that right now since we don't really have any points. Oh, and the other two things are unavailable. I think we could change costumes and then we can do like crafting. Just looking at the wrench and screwdriver. So that'll come into play a little bit later. You get 4 modules: archery, wrestling, running, football, and boxing.
We are shipwrecked on an island inside the Dragon's Triangle.
Roth!
Lara!
You're alive!
Easy, easy. Are you okay? What happened?
I remember the beach, and then it went black and I woke up in a cave. There was this crazy man, Roth, and a dead body.
Oh, God. Where are you now, Lara? Are you safe?
It was so horrible. It's all my fault. This is all my fault.
Lara, listen to me. I sent an SOS from the Endurance before I abandoned her. Hopefully someone caught it. I've spoken to the others. We're regrouping at my location.
Please come and get me.
I have to stay here. You can do this, Lara. Remember when we climbed Snowden? You said the key was knowing that all you've got to do is just keep moving. Remember everything I've taught you, Lara. You're ready for this. And keep your radio on.
Okay.
Except when there's potential threats in the area. Probably don't want to do that. You know, you could destroy anyone aiming in archery, still hold the record. Oh, that's good. Sounds pretty cool. I would have liked that. I'm surprised they let boxing in there, too. Contact sports usually, unless it's wrestling, don't find their way in most US-based high schools, I think. Again, this is just going by what I've experienced and what my friends experience. But, yeah, I don't remember boxing ever being, like, something that you could take up in a high school. Pretty cool, though.
Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
That's a little bit suspicious.
This could be a way through. Damn it.
Up. All right.
What are these markings?
Looks like a sun. Someone singing. Yeah, it's a... I wouldn't even know what era to call it, but... older Japanese traditional type singing. It's a little bit creepy.
Oh God, this is insane.
A little bit. What's this?
traditional no mask represents a hateful woman in the guise of a demon.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we found that, I guess. I guess that's one thing I remember about this game, too, is that it has, like, actual artifacts, which is nice, instead of just, like, random-ass treasures that all take the same form. Ah, we don't have the pickaxe yet.
Need something to pry this open.
Which would later become famous as a Twitch emote.
Oh no.
A little bit gross. You didn't even realize it? It's named Tomb Raid, but alright. Yeah, I guess sometimes simple things you just like look over. Ah, this is where the singing was coming from. Can I not stop that? I guess not. I don't need to do this, but alright, let's do it. Well, yeah, I guess we are witnessing history in a sense. I mean, this game did, like, pretty much set a standard for action-adventure games. I suppose you can argue, like, Uncharted as well, but in some ways, this one kind of took it a little bit of a step further. Unfortunately, by the time the sequels came out, I don't think it was quite as influential, but definitely the 2013 reboot was something that was kind of held into like a higher standard. It was considered one of those greats at the time. I don't think necessarily people like forget about it, but definitely think people don't remember it quite as fondly as they used to.
We have a fire. Look for the smoke.
We're on our way.
Lara, you made it.
Sam, thank goodness.
Surprise. It's okay. He's one of us.
Sorry if I startled you. This place would make anyone a little jumpy. We just spoke to your crew. They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do. My manners. I'm sorry, I'm Matthias. A teacher.
Where'd you come
trade.
from?
Not really cut out for island life, I'm afraid.
Sweetie, you look exhausted. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sam here was just telling me about the Sun Queen.
Right, Himiko.
Can you tell me more? I'm intrigued.
Well, believe it or not, a couple thousand years ago, Queen Himiko pretty much ran things in Japan.
She loves telling this story.
Himiko was beautiful, enigmatic, but also ruthless and powerful. Legend says she had shamanistic powers.
And this is where she loses me.
Well, there's always some truth to myths.
She commanded an army of samurai warriors, her magnificent storm guard. They rode the very winds into battle, laying waste to all who opposed them. They say the sun rose at Himiko's command, and she ruled everything its rays touched, from the mountains to the sea and beyond.
But what happened to her?
Sam? Matthias? Sam? Sam! Shit!
I'm surprised I left her there. She can ask questions later. Ah. comes the torture porn again. Oh, I can't even use the sense. Yeah, she definitely takes a lot of punishment in this game. I think the concept of it was by the devs to have her earn her stripes in a sense, but yeah, she does take a lot of punishment. Full on accept your fate. Bear traps are a death wish. Especially when there's ravenous wolves in the area. I think that especially so. But yeah, just the amount of pressure being put on you, the probably crushing some bones, infection, all that kind of stuff.
Let go.
Oh, I thought you missed.
It's good to see you, little bird.
I'm so glad you're here. Is Sam with you?
She was with you.
She was here with that man, Matthias. But I passed out. When I woke up, they were both gone.
You girls should me go wandering off.
We need to find them.
Oh, wait. What about Roth?
Okay, let's split up. One of us go with Lara and meet up with Roth. The rest of us should fan out and look for Sam.
I'll go with her.
No, let me.
You know how to use one of these?
It's been a while. It's all coming back to me.
Get to Roth.
It's a handgun.
Sam and this Matthias guy.
There's not much to it.
You gonna be okay?
Yes, I probably just need to rest for a few minutes.
You sit here. I'll check up ahead.
Okay.
I think it's an artistic choice, but they make that camera jittery. Also, I feel like I want to let me check the gameplay options. I think I'm going to turn the subtitles off. I feel like we can hear them relatively clearly, and I don't like how they're overlapping each other, like in two tiers. That's kind of annoying to me.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. Just quick recovery. We have 2 fangs in our teeth. Most animals have 4 with motor mobility to bite down. Both their mouths and animals are crazy. Well, we got incisors. I have like 4. 4 incisors. Hey, what's going on, Vale? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. We're kind of just getting started into Tomb Raider here, but thank you very much. Appreciate the raid. What's up? Welcome back, Kiri. Welcome, Vale. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I was playing I think it was kind of like more along the lines of an indie game, but fortunately I can't remember the name of it. White something or other. It looked interesting. She does a lot of horror games though, which is definitely my cup of tea, so check her out. What's up, Mai? How you doing? Welcome everybody. We're kind of just getting started in this one. I just beat Tomb Raider Underworld about 40 minutes ago, and we're sort of getting our feet wet with this game. I've played it before, haven't played it on PC, but it's been a while, probably since it first came out back in 2013, so I like this game pretty well from what I can remember of it. I have played it before. I've played a little bit of the sequel, Rise, but not that much. So I'm kind of looking forward in a sense to getting through those games, because I've never played anything past this one to completion. So these are nice. You like them? That's good. I'm a bigger fan, I think, of the original Tomb Raider games. I'm definitely more in line with the core games. like Tomb Raider 1 through 6. However, oh, this is back. We don't want to do that. However, I do remember this game relatively fondly. Rise I thought was alright, but there was a lot to do, almost to the point that there was too much to do, and I kind of got burnt out while playing it, so I'm sort of hoping that's not going to happen this time around, especially since I'm streaming these games. So.
I don't like the sound of that.
Thank you, Akira. Appreciate that. It's called White Day Labyrinth Named School. That's it. That's it. It's a little bit of an awkward title. I feel like it's one of those translation jobs, but yeah, it definitely looked interesting. Good Korean horror game so far. That's good. I'll probably check out that VOD because I'm sort of interested in that a little bit. Oh, just picked up some fruits. I guess that's nice. But yeah, definitely just getting started in here. Not really much has happened so far. I think I dodged. Yeah. Can I use the pickaxe? There we go. It is a bit of an unusual title. I thought they reworked the story better, but you like the actual tombs better in the originals. That makes sense. I get you. We were just talking about that. I think Skirty brought it up, but we were talking about how this game and the new Tomb Raider trilogy definitely has better storytelling than the other games, because story sort of took a back seat, I feel like, with the original Tomb Raider games. And when it came to this one, story was kind of at the forefront. I think the story bits are probably the best parts of this game. But still, I feel like with this one, it's a complete package, and it's pretty much good all around. But it has been a while since I played it, so I'll make that determination after I actually finish it. Also, what's my favorite game? Or are you asking Vale, or who are you asking? My favorite game, I don't know.
I've seen these before.
It's hard to say.
They must be ritualistic.
This female image is particularly interesting.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us. Survivors. Remarkable.
Yes, well, let's hope we don't become murderers, too.
See if you can work the other one.
The handle's missing.
Together.
Oh, shit. It won't take the force. I'll have to find something sturdier to turn it with.
Must be something around here we can use. Incredible.
This guy's giddy. The older games seem more gameplay puzzle oriented for sure. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be the case. And I think that does appeal to certain people more so than having
Darling,
more in-depth stories. But it depends on who you are.
I sunk the last of my fortune into this expedition, but it's all going to come back tenfold. If you divorce me now, you won't see a penny of it.
Okay. I don't know. Some of these logs are kind of long from what I remember. I don't think I want to listen to all of them. I sort of want to get into the meat of this, but we can tell where this guy's at. But if you're asking, Skirty, if you're asking what my favorite game is, that's a hard one. I feel like, gun to my head, if I had to choose something, I'd probably pick either Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear Solid 3. But, I mean, you know, it's kind of one of those deals where it's just kind of what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to play those games, but those are the ones that I do have a soft spot for.
This is Lara Croft, an archaeologist from the Endurance, shipwrecked on an island in the Dragon's Triangle, east of Japan. This place is incredible. I've seen wrecks here that could date back centuries. We weren't the first, and I know we're not alone. Something isn't right about this place. If I don't get off this island, maybe someone will eventually find this.
Okay. Well, we got a journal started, so that's good. But, yeah, I've always liked stealth stealth games, action games. I do like games that have hard story points. And I know we're just talking about how, you know, sometimes it's not as favorable. But I feel like with the Metal Gear series, well, they can sometimes skew a little bit further into the story realm. I don't know. I've always preferred those. At least I like the story with those games. There we go. Jesus. This game, I have another question. Are you gun-blazing person or stealth? Well, from what I remember, there wasn't a whole lot of... I mean, usually if there's a stealth approach, I try to take a stealth approach, but I don't seem to remember there being too many instances where you could choose either or. I find that most games that incorporate a stealth mechanic definitely gear you towards taking a stealth type approach. Because if you just go in guns blazing, usually you're going to end up dying. So, try to avoid that if at all possible. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I could be wrong, though. I hear that when it came to making Shadow of the Tomb Raider, they definitely upped the ante with the stealth mechanics in that game, so I'm sort of curious as to what that's going to be like, but that might be a situation where we end up having a little bit more opportunity to choose between either or. I gotta say, I don't remember my playthrough of Rise. I think I was pretty damn close to the end of that game, but I really don't remember too much about it. I don't know if that speaks anything of the game itself, but...
Let's see if I can fix this axe.
Let's see. I guess that was our main goal, is just to pick up some scrap parts. Try to get this all fixed up. Don't think there's anything else we could do. Not at this point in time, anyway. Okay. Collect the salvage, upgrade, and gear and weapons in the gear menu. So, we've upgraded the strength. Reinforces the pry axe so that it can be used to operate cranks. There we go. Okay. That'll do it for me. When I was talking about this game having somewhat of a influence from the Arkham games, what I meant is that there are a number of instances... Ow, okay. I guess we can't get through that. There are a number of instances where you could backtrack to previous areas and use new abilities and upgrades to open up other ways. And that, I mean, you know, obviously that takes a lot from Metroid, but I just feel like, especially with the games that were out at the time, Batman was probably one of the bigger games that was doing it at that point in time, so between Uncharted and that, I feel like that's what they were kind of taking their beats off of when they were developing this game. And then, you know, there's the whole sort of balance in the game between open world aspects and sort of going into more linear segments. There we go. So there was a handful of different reasons, but I think from a game that takes a lot of influences, it doesn't quite feel derivative, but the influences that it does take from actually end up paying off for it pretty well. I tried voice acting.
Shall we give it a go then?
Well, thank you. No, I've never done anything serious. I've done a couple, like, highly amateur projects, just helping out friends with stuff. Also, if you ever see me play in, like, a real retro game that doesn't have any voice acting, I will usually try to act out the parts in some ways. But that's about the extent of it.
Given the age of the symbols, it could be the Sun Queen.
Himiko. Are you sure you're not channeling Sam, Dr. Whitman?
Well, there's no doubt. Himiko had power. Some say shamanistic, elemental.
A woman wields that much power, and sooner or later it gets called witchcraft.
We shouldn't discount anything, even what may seem to us irrational. We still have much to learn about the world.
You sound like my father.
It could be one hell of a story, Lara.
Not if we don't live to tell it.
Yeah, this guy's a little bit too giddy.
Incredible.
Like corpse husband, but better.
It is Himiko.
Not too familiar with that, I guess.
But
But
look,
thank you.
the bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island, it must have once been part of Yamatai. You were right, Lara.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
We're standing on a gold mine!
Come, quickly. Your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
They can't be trusted. You still have a gun.
I don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
No!
I'm handling this!
No!
No! Please!
Get off!
I mean, surrendering was probably the
Just
smarter
go
option.
along with them, Lara. Do whatever they say.
I can't really blame him, especially with their got the numbers game on him.
Дай меня пистолет. Иди. Пошла.
Everyone holds a gun like a mom with an iPhone in this game.
What do you mean by that?
I guess Reyes had a point.
If you're in trouble, kill them.
Don't hurt them,
I
please.
said, silence, girl. А ты ведь хорошенькая, да? Напоминаешь мою сестру.
Getting a little handsy, buddy.
Round them up! Round them up! Don't you fucking move! Kill them all!
What? But he said not to move.
Make a sound.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
on it.
I was gonna say, is there like a snap to wall? I think it's just when she's next to one. Okay, clearly there's nothing I can do against these guys, so.
Anything?
I can't find her. She's gone.
We'll keep looking.
There! Another one!
God.
Is this guy coming up?
This group's got some fight. Gonna have to kill most of them.
In cross country, you had to practice where you run in handcuffs. It's hard. That's, I mean, I'd imagine it would be, but that seems a little bit awkward. Is there a reason for that? I guess just more intense training, or do they expect you to be in handcuffs at some point?
Keep an eye out.
All right. What do you see?
Nothing. Check the house. Isolate, please. This one's clear. Keep moving up the mountain. Kill the rat.
So I said check the house, but
Любишь
going in there
играть
anyway.
в прятки, малышка? Думаешь, удастся спастись? No one escapes. Out! Вылезай! Но трать моего времени! I always find
okay. Well, there you go. I think that with these QTE segments, they're always going to be the Y button, it seems like. At least that's what it's been, so I should probably just have my finger on that button. But that really wasn't a whole lot of time.
Она тоже была порядочной стерва.
Oh. Slipped out of those. Okay. Stupid intense training. It worked, but you never let your kid work out like that. Probably for the best. Guy only had one bullet in there?
Oh, God!
Yeah, you get used to it. Alright, we got a semi-auto with no ammo. Great. How do I switch weapons? Oh, there we go. She will. She'll get used to it. There's a great image with this game where she's like holding the gun. She's like, oh god, I could do this, I could do this. And she's nervous about shooting somebody. And then the next panel, she just turns into Rambo. It's literally a picture of Rambo just firing off a machine gun. Really, yeah, there's a lot of people that die in this game at Lara's hands. It won't even be an issue. Alright. Do I have... Okay, I don't have any arrows either. I guess naturally they would have stripped that from her. I don't know what the hell's going on, but really nothing great. Oh, man, she swooped that quick. Whoa!
Got another one. She went down over there. Is she dead? I don't know. Outsider, we know you're here. There's nowhere to run. Shit, gun!
Stay away from me!
I don't think that worked out quite so great. Did the Rip and Tear play? I don't think the Rip and Tear played. It's supposed to. I just tested out the sound bites earlier too. So I don't know, maybe they got muted or something. Give me a sec, let me make sure that that's actually working. Alright, but we got the gun back. I don't actually know what's going on with these people either, because obviously that one guy, I think he was Russian, but I don't know what the hell any of the rest of them are. They just sound like Americans, so maybe it's just some like merc group or something like that. Here, let's try it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there you go. It's a little late, but hey, they're dead. What kind of crafting materials can I get from them? Oh, it's just ammunition. I guess that makes sense. Pretend to get jump scared. Every once in a while, somebody will pop open a sound alert, and I won't even know what the hell's going on. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, those are a thing, huh? No. I find it kind of awkward how floaty her jumps are, too. I've been noticing that as we've been kind of jumping around in the levels here. Okay, materials.
Hey, you find any more down there? No. Keep an eye out. Fire makes that give you one.
Yeah, too bad. Ooh, right in the fire, too. No evidence. Oh, full up on ammo. I'm okay with the with aiming on this thing. It's not too bad. Thank you, Ma. I appreciate the follow.
Another tanker?
Oh, sorry. They were talking. Look how nonchalant this guy walks up for. His friend has an arrow in his head, and he's like, eh. I'm also not playing on a computer monitor, so that helps too, when you've got like a 70-inch TV. I could see a little bit clearer than if it was on like a 20-inch monitor.
Lara, are you there?
Yes.
I can see smoke coming from the old ruins. Are you okay?
Oh God, Roth, I'm in trouble. They're killing people.
What? Who?
Men. I don't know why. I had to kill some of them. I had no choice.
That can't have been easy.
You don't need to justify yourself.
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn the others, Roth.
Don't worry about them right now. You just do whatever it takes to get to me, Lara.
I'll try.
It was a gift to myself, yeah. I figured if I was going for a 4K TV, it might as well be big. But hey, I was in the same boat not too long ago. Nothing wrong with the 40-inch TV.
Who left these behind?
Yeah, she killed one person, she had a problem with it, and then she just went on a rampage immediately afterwards. That's pretty much sums up the game, though, yeah. Like I said, it gets easier. Okay, conveniently, and it's already lit and
The
everything.
thing about nightmares is sooner or later you wake up. But there's no waking up from this place.
Oh, right, we
Which
can
means
fast
I'm
travel
really
now.
Here. I'm really doing these things. No, don't think about it, Lara. Not now. It won't help. I don't know what's happened to the rest of the crew. I hope they're okay. They have to be. They have to be. I don't know what the hell is going on here. All that matters is that Roth finds a way to get us home.
I guess I can flip between the tabs. That's also a thing I could do. I don't know. Actually, I should probably do more Survivor stuff than I should with the Hunter stuff, but it's whatever. What sort of things can we do with this? Bow upgrades. Let's see. Salvage. Oh, we could actually upgrade the handgun. I didn't know you were a gunsmith, Lara. Not at this point, anyway. Can I start a campfire? I've done it before. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what kind of materials I have. Like, just with nothing and starting from scratch out in the wilderness? Probably not. I could sure as hell give it a good old college try, though. But, I mean, if you give me a couple of tools, I could do it. I remember combing through these areas. This area I remember pretty well, but I remember combing through these areas with fine detail, trying to get like hidden treasures and everything. We're not going to do that. I'm not doing 100% on stream, but
Just got word from the West Beach. Looks like a smaller
boy,
group.
it is triggering some memories.
Maybe we get a hunting party down there.
No, Father Matthias went himself. Told us to stay out.
What? Why?
I don't know. Be another girl for the ritual. We'll know more by tonight.
It was a bloodbath down there.
Vladimir's in charge. What'd you expect? He loves killing.
What's Father Matthias have to say about
Not a damn thing. The Russians have been with him forever. He trusts them.
that? So that means they can break the rules?
They make the rules, brother. Just follow along. Keep your head down.
I'm gonna check things out below.
Uh-oh.
Need help here!
Oh, shit. Hey, how'd you see me?
Hey! Hey, we got a survivor here!
Why are you doing this?
Whoa. Okay. Might have bit off more than I could chew right there. Is this a cult? Probably. I don't really remember the story too well with most of this game, but yeah, it's sort of seeming that way, huh? It's too much. It looks like Matthias is the leader as well, since they're calling him father and whatnot. There we go. I wonder if I should switch to the mouse for this. This would probably be easier if I did. How's that aim now, huh? I need, oh, yeah, this is perfect. I was gonna say, I need, like, some cover or something. Hey, you guys are firing at me. This is self-defense.
She's wounded.
Ooh.
She's around here. Okay. God damn you!
Is he dead? Just the sheer amount of them is sort of an issue. I want to see if I can I melee these guys? Very close range headshot. It would be nice if I could, like, melee them when they get real close like that, because I wouldn't mind just jumping out of cover and trying to take them out. Yes and no, more like stranded survivors that have gone loony because of circumstances. Many have joined the cult because it was a do-or-die situation. Right. I'm sure most of that will unfold as we go through this, unless it's, like, in journal entries or something, because, as we've seen just a few minutes ago, I've got no qualms about skipping through some of that, but... you know. In any case, it's a better answer than I could provide. We're gonna have to be careful when we're dealing with some of these guys too, because it looks like when it comes to stealth mechanics in games, there's never any like set type of mechanic.
Killer. It's too much trouble.
Like you never get an exact feel for what stealth mechanics are going to be like in every game. So I'm seeing that these guys are kind of sensitive. Whether that's related or attributed to the fact that I'm playing on hard or not, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but I'll try to be a little bit more stealthy. Ah, we can stealth kill. Okay, press the Y button.
She's gotta be here somewhere.
Oh, continue.
You find anything on that side? No, not a damn thing. Whoa. Hey, watch it. How far down does it go? All the way to the sea caves. Damn, maybe she fell. No, I don't think so.
Where are these guys at? I don't even see them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, your buddy didn't survive.
There she is.
Oh, shit. Whoa. That surprised him and me. Shit. Oh, damn it. Why'd you have to go do a thing like that, huh? Yeah, it looks like there's no melee close range.
I hit her.
You're gonna make me nervous about my aiming. It's not gonna be so good. You should watch me play Halo sometime. It's not so bad in that game. Okay, hopefully everybody's dead in there. Thinking about it, is there anything down here that I should worry about? Any little extras, something I can pick up, maybe? Oh, I think this is stuff we already... Well, actually, maybe not. Certainly didn't get that, but I don't have I don't have a torch. Alright, well, we can come back to that. It's not super important. Oh, look, we got another journal entry.
When we washed up on this rock, the rain and wind pounded us for days. We couldn't build shelter or forage for food. Christ, we couldn't even move. It was like some enormous hand was holding us down. Just as the storm was finally breaking, Father Matthias came to us. He was calm and soft-spoken. He seemed to know us, our names, where we were from. He spoke to us in our native language, and we listened. And as we listened, he told us the truth of this island. He offered us a choice, salvation or death. Some chose to defy him, and without hesitation, he killed them then and there. Father Matthias didn't seem malicious or angry, just calm and decisive. As I stood there in the sand, wet with the blood of my comrades, I knew I could never refuse him.
Well, there you go. Okay. So, I know I skipped another journal entry that was about that same length earlier, but since it was asked what these guys are, I feel like when we were getting into it, that there's right from the game. It's pretty much exactly what Mai said. It's do or die situation. A lot of these guys were stranded. Makes sense.
I can do this.
Yes, you can, Lara. You do it. Now keep going. Uh-oh. I think the game froze. Oh, no. Yeah, that's definitely a frozen game. At least my computer's not frozen. Yes, close that program. Well, there are the problems that comes with PC gaming. Sometimes games just don't function like you want them to. I never really heard anything about this game being unstable or anything, though, so I'm not too sure what that was. Maybe it's me dicking around with it too much. We'll get it launched back up. Fortunately, it didn't crash the computer or anything, so it doesn't look like there's any harmful effects of that. I mean, I've had a game or two crash on a console before, but it seems to be much more of a frequent occurrence with PC games. I don't remember this game crashing on PS3. Of course, I wouldn't want to play the PS3 version again. That's just... Man, if Tomb Raider Underworld didn't run good, I don't know what the hell this game would be like. Let's see if it still happens. Because if it does, then we're screwed. Okay, so far so good. I think it was an event that was supposed to happen. Maybe something in the game's code just didn't make it work. There we go. Somebody's having a good time. Oh, damn. He's got the twin pistols.
Thank God you're alive.
God's got nothing to do with it. It's good to see you two, girl.
Sorry, they did a real number on your leg.
No, looks worse than it is.
Have you heard from any of the others?
Nothing.
Wait, what are you doing?
The wolves took my food pack. The transmitter from the lifeboat's in it. If we don't get that back, we're not getting off this bloody island.
You need bandages, morphine, antiseptic.
Also in the pack.
Shit.
Exactly. Come here. Come on. Oh.
Oh no. No. Oh, don't do this to me, you northern bastard.
She's still alive. Wolf tracks. Oh God, what am I doing?
You say that a lot, Lara. I don't know. What are you doing?
Tracks up there somewhere.
Yeah, because PCs usually have 50 things running in the background, even when you think you've got everything shut down. Windows itself is buggy. Yep. You're not wrong about that. Sure, streaming games doesn't help when running games. Yes, you're also right about that. Also, yeah, it looks like our friend here is the one with the dual pistols, so maybe she learns it from him or whatever. But he's hogging all the pistols. Otherwise, we'd be dual wielding. I try to get processes down as little as possible, but there are obviously things you can't help. There's a lot of background processes that you can't really shut down when it comes to most computers. And then in particular, running OBS, the way I run it, because I save my gameplay as a MP3, not MP3, an MP4 file. Actually, is it something higher than that? Maybe not. But I save my streams as I'm streaming them, which also runs the CPU quite high. So, depending on the game, sometimes newer games can struggle if I'm not careful with it. And especially if games are not optimized very well. Halo Infinite. Yeah, there's going to be some problems when trying to play a game on PC and stream at the same time. At least the way I stream. So, it's definitely not without its faults. I don't know what the hell that was when we were trying to climb the rock face, though. I think that might have just been a hiccup in the game. Because so far everything else has been running smooth, and I haven't really seen any memory leaks or anything weird going on, so I think we're pretty much fine here. Okay, I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm just kind of scanning over things real quick. Let's go see what we can do. I don't know the extent of Lara's abilities right now. Can she do the whole climbing situation right now? Is that a thing? Okay, I guess she can't do that yet. We'll get to it eventually.
These ruins. Kamakura period. Was all this part of Yamatai? This must have belonged to a US Marine. Were they on the island in force or just an advance party?
I don't know. Guess we'll ask him if we ever see him. These. Now this is triggering some old memories. A rope was tied to something that usually meant that you could pull on it. Yeah, like that. But I think we need a special ability for that. We need like a rope arrow. Something like that. Sure can jump. Guess I'm not really heading in the right direction. Let's see about going this way. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Can I not climb on that? It does look like it's climbable. I mean, that's an easier question than what's my favorite game in general, but oh boy, I'm not too sure. I liked Underworld quite a bit. I think I need to sit on it for a little bit to determine whether it's my favorite or not. I don't think it is. I like Last Revelation quite a bit, but boy, does it get dry in some spots. So there's that aspect of it too. I really like the original Tomb Raider from 1996. I feel like that one's it's simple enough. It doesn't get too complex like some of the other Tomb Raiders get. And it has a good balance between action and puzzles and platforming. What the hell is that? Huh. So it might even be just the original Tomb Raider. Which kind of seems like a cop-out, but I don't know. I really like the original Tomb Raider quite a bit.
I just want the pack. That's all.
Alright, well, I'm glad I could give a satisfying answer.
Got it. Okay. Got to get this back to Roth.
Let's have the gun ready. I mean, the core games, I think, are probably among my favorites. I really liked 3. I felt like 3 got a little BS, though. Again, it was one of those games that was made. Core admitted themselves. Oops. Oh, God. Please stop. Did she finally get a knife?
Oh, that was close.
Maybe it was an arrow. I don't know. But I really like 3. I especially like how 3 ends in the Arctic. I thought that was a cool deal, and then the whole like alien artifact business about it. So, boy, I like a lot about 3, but 3 can also be really frustrating. Also, I ran into a game-breaking glitch with that game too, so that wasn't fun. I would like Chronicles, but it's so short, and it's also a bit buggy, so that also isn't too fun. Looks like there's a lot going on here, but I don't even know if it's worth exploring right now. I should probably get back to the guy that's literally dying. Favorite high school next-gen game? I'm not too sure I understand what that means. Like, next-gen games when I was in high school, or... I might need a little clarification on that. Whoa, that bird just flew right through her. Hopefully you don't die there. There we go. Looks like there's something up here. What is that?
Numbers. Some kind of coordinates. Did someone want these to be found?
I don't know, Lara. I guess. Whoa. She keeps hooking onto stuff I don't want her to hook onto. I appreciate that the game is trying to save me from dying, but I really just want to get on the ground. Oh, okay, so you're talking about, like, yeah. I mean, in high school, it would have been those 7th gen games. 7th gen consoles on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Right. Let's get you patched up.
Young lady like you learn to do a thing like that?
Late shift at the 9 Bells. Wolf's got nothing on a broken bottle.
Hey, you got it. Nice work.
So I assume the plan is to take that up to the radio tower.
Well, it should give us the best shot of broadcasting a strong signal in every direction. Look, Lara. We need to send out that SOS. And I'm not climbing anytime soon.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that.
You can do it, Lara. After all, you're a Croft.
I don't think I'm that kind of Croft.
Sure you are. You just don't know it yet.
Well, let's hope I'm a fast learner then.
Just be careful, Lara.
You're a Croft, Lara.
You might want to give that axe a go on the rock wall.
Ah, finally we get the X climb. Alright, cool. Also, you think 7th gen was just phasing out when you were in high school? It was the previous generation for me. PS2, Xbox, that 6th generation was phasing out as I was in high school. I specifically remember because I remember having conversations with some friends about like games that were at the tail end of like the PS2 life cycle. I'm thinking of stuff like Shadow of the Colossus, Final Fantasy 12, that kind of stuff. And I remember that being specifically in high school with high school people. But yeah, I mean, the next gen when I was getting into high school would have been the 7th gen stuff. It would have been the PS3 and Xbox 360. I guess I'll get into what my favorites might be in a sec. But other question is, what had me hooked on Lara Croft games? You don't have any friends hooked on like you are? Indiana Jones for sure, because I was looking for an action adventure game, and I was really young when I first got my first Tomb Raider game, which would have been Last Revelation. But there we go. Okay, we gotta press X. Basically, I mean, I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. We've talked about Indiana Jones when I've done my Indiana Jones game playthroughs, which I just did Staff of Kings recently. Emperor's 2 recently, did Infernal Machine earlier this year. But yeah, always been into ancient history and artifacts and archaeology, all that kind of stuff. It's very fascinating to me. And kind of what started all that was definitely Indiana Jones. But hey, thank you, Carrie, appreciate it. But you have a good night. I do appreciate the lurk, but we'll see you around next time. Thank you very much, though. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that my interest in that started with Indiana Jones, so I could probably definitively say that my interest in Tomb Raider and Lara Croft is because of that. But yeah, just loving like archaeology and ancient history and like artifacts and other things and those ilk definitely piqued my interest when I saw and heard about the Tomb Raider games. Because Lara was pretty well known by that point. I mean, when I first... I will do, man. You take care. You have a good night. Boy, when I first got Last Revelation, I think it was a little bit after it actually released. And I think that game released in maybe 1998 or 1999. So I was either 9 or 10 at the time. And Lara, her popularity had already skyrocketed. I mean... Lara's peak popularity was probably around like Tomb Raider 3.
What? Nothing. There's no one up here. They never make it up this far. Should we head back up to the bunker? Nah, let's wait out the storm. Got it.
Yelling awful loud.
Let's move inside.
Stay alert. Don't open that door. Angelina Jolie or Alicia Vikander. Well, I already said I didn't really like the Vikander, what is it? She's the new one, right? I already said that I really didn't like how she looked in terms of representing Lara Croft. God damn it. I'm trying to sneak up on this bastard. But I actually, I didn't mind Angelina Jolie. I thought she was pretty fun. Again, in the other movie, I thought she was kind of more generic. But definitely that first Tomb Raider movie I thought was more fun. And I like her performance well enough. I thought she did a good enough job. Tomb Raider 2 came out when you were born. That would have been 97, I guess. I think Tomb Raider 3 came out in 98. I think they were releasing them annually. So 1996 was 1, 97 was 2, 98 was 3. So about 98, like, Lara Croft was at her peak.
I have spoken to some of the villagers on the island. I was expressly forbidden to leave the palace, but this did not stop me. My duties here are clear. I must learn the truth, but the stories I uncovered defy belief. Rumors abound of the Queen's communion with the spiritual world. They say she commands the sun and the rain, that her lands are abundant by her will alone. This is certainly nonsense. But what can be the cause of such whispers? Is this how she controls her people? By engaging their primitive superstitions?
Maybe. She did great with what she was given. You haven't seen the newer one. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people that I talk to don't really care for the newer one all that much. And my impression of it, which I guess I was validated with a little bit earlier when we were talking about it in Underworld, was that it looks like it's just a straight, pretty much transcript from this game, this 2013 game, into movie form. And my justification of not seeing it was like, well, if I just wanted to redo that story, like re-experience that story, I'd just play this game. I don't need a movie for that, to condense it down into a couple hours. And yeah, a lot of people say it's pretty much just the story that's in the game. And Vikander, she's kind of not that great. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I could skip it. But Angelina Jolie wasn't bad. She was okay. I mean, you know, it was a video game movie. You can't really go in expecting all that much anyway. But I thought the movie was fun for what it was. Okay, oops. I guess that's not a thing. I was trying to see if I could jump onto that. It's like, why would you want to see it when you can just replay? Exactly. I guess if you're pressed for time or you just lost interest in video games, maybe that's the reason, but I don't know. I've asked Daylor, because Daylor's probably the only other person I know, like, personally, that likes the Tomb Raider games. I'm like, you've seen that, right? What'd you think of that? He'll go on and on about how much it sucks. And I'm like, alright. I guess I'll just take that opinion to heart and not really worry about it. I won't bother seeing it. I hear they're doing a sequel, though. I don't know. We'll see if they just, like, lift Rise of the Tomb Raider and put it in a movie form after that. They had an opportunity to take the newer one, fill some blanks with these newer games, like for fourth games and such. That's what I've heard with this trilogy. They're trying to do a fourth one. Even though the original idea was to do the 3 and then have them kind of lead into the first Tomb Raider game, they sort of backtracked on that. I guess they felt they could do more with it. So, whatever. More power to them, I guess. Though, by all accounts, Shadow of the Tomb Raider didn't really do all that great. So, I don't really know. Is it going to be another Deus Ex situation where the game underperforms and we just never see it again?
Lara, are you there?
Maybe. Angelina Jolie is the only female I've ever had feelings for as a guy. Well, I guess she did have that effect on people, yeah.
Reyes, did you find Sam?
We're still on her trail.
I'm going to try and send an SOS from an old radio tower up here. Any tips?
Hey, Lara. You're gonna need to find the communications console. It'll look like a bunch of old switchboards.
Okay. I'll let you know when I find it.
Yeah, well, my point about that was the last new game did lead into the old games. It should have, like, directly, because at the end, because I saw that cut ending, which, unless they put it back in, I don't know, maybe they did put it back in, but there was a day one patch to patch out that original ending that got cut, where she gets a letter from Natla. So, like, that seemed like it was to lead directly into Tomb Raider. It's not something I've ever played, so mostly I'm basing that off of hearsay and just what I saw from that one cut ending. but I was under the impression that they cut it out to make it more vague and less of a direct continuation into the main series. But I don't know. I suppose I'll find out when I actually play the game.
Hey, wake up! Wake up! We got an intruder! Come on, grab her!
Please! You don't need to do this!
We got her! Got this hurt? Taking fire!
Stop with the Molotovs. I can barely see this guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Buddy. I'm just taking the shot. I'm gonna go for a headshot. Okay, there we go. But they've got an opportunity to remake the older games now as well to fill in the story gaps. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the original games had much story going on in them anyway, so I definitely see where they could remake the games. Question is, should they? I mean, they could probably just go in a completely different direction without actually remaking any of the old stuff. I mean, we already had a remake for the first game with Anniversary. And yeah, I know that one's like 3 generations behind, but still. Why remake a game that's already been remade? I guess they could do something with 2 and 3. That might be interesting. Maybe just take the core concept of those games and put them into something new. But, I don't know. At the same time, I kind of like that these games sort of have become their own independent canon. And maybe they're not supposed to be, but they certainly feel that way. And definitely for most of the people that I've talked to, they definitely kind of like segregate them from the rest of the games. Usually it's like the core games, so that those first 6, and then that's the cutoff point, and then you get into the Crystal Dynamics first trilogy with the Legend games, and then that's the cutoff point after Underworld, and then you get these ones. And they all kind of feel like their own canon, but, you know. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. They had to call on full COD SWAT team people. Certainly seems like it. There's a lot of people on this island for it just being some kind of little cult, but I guess a lot of people wash up here. Move my mic a little bit. I feel like I'm bending forward a little bit too much.
I'm telling you, Reyes, it's mechanical, not an electrical problem.
Now, Alex.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
You think?
What the hell's that?
Oh, hello. Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Ah, she's cute, huh? Yeah, it's Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my daughter.
Oh.
14 years old, and smarter than you'll ever be.
She must get that from her father.
Don't give him the attention. And, yeah.
I'll take a look at this. Probably electrical. From her father. Nice one.
So I was on the walk, right? Doing a spot of midnight fishing.
Hey, Grim. Time to button down the hatches.
I'd be right with you. So I was on the lock, right? And this thing comes looming at me. Looming out of the water it was. So I give it a old Glasgow kiss, you know. Gets you out of trouble 9 times out of 10, that does. Took me a week to sleep that night off. And I've not touched a drop since. See you at dinner, fam.
It's supposed to be Winston? I wouldn't think so. I think Winston's probably back at the mansion. Uh-oh.
All right. Can we take
Got
B-roll,
some
please?
hanky-panky going on.
Thank you. Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 3, and action.
Okay, now take a firm grip and then slice him down the belly like this. Yeah, you got it.
Good Lord, cut.
Cut! Cut! Cut!
Is he coming back?
I'll go get him.
World-renowned archaeologist. I discover...
The world-renowned archaeologist,
fish.
Mr. Dr. James Whitman.
Breeds of fish.
It's just a fish. It's
I know
fine.
it's just
You're
a
gonna be
fish.
fine.
This damned reality TV business. I'm meant to be bringing culture to the people, Sam, not dinner. No offense, Jonah.
The audience demands content, Dr. Whitman. You know that. So until we find the Lost Kingdom, we need footage like this. Come on, let's just take it from the top, okay?
That's right, gotta get them numbers.
We're gonna make you look like Gordon Ramsay in editing. Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 4, action.
Okay, now take a firm grip. And then slice him down the belly. Like that.
I've studied them so much. I can
Can they,
see
like,
charts
pre-cut
on
the
the
fish
back
for
of
him?
my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that in one of your father's digs. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
I was 5 years old. It was my first find.
Yeah. You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Now, there was a man that ran on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
We're getting closer to the storm.
Well, whatever's coming, we'll get through it, eh?
And we're back.
Okay, Lara. Pull yourself together. They're counting on you.
Looks like he has a fart fetish. What? I hope not. You ain't gonna get a lot of it out here, I don't think.
Thank God for us training. All those treks, all those climbs.
Roller
As if you've been
treks.
preparing me for something like this all along. It's clear that there are people living here, and they're organized. They're killing and recruiting. But why? It's like some kind of cult. But a cult of what? What do they want? What are they looking for?
I'm just kind of silently reading through these as she's reminiscing to herself. It looks like we actually do have some melee abilities, but we need to unlock them. It also looks like they probably don't cause that much damage. Apparently the axe strikes, which you'd think the axe would be pretty handy in a fight, but it only stuns enemies, so I don't know. Maybe they're just especially tough. There's a dirt one that seems alright. Pain tolerance, which is just more damage. I guess that probably would be important, huh? Thoroughly search crates and caches to find extra salvage. You know what? I'm thinking maybe, just because we're on harder difficulty, I probably should put some little more effort into some of the combat abilities. Maybe I'll just do some pain tolerance for right now. Take more damage before dying. Haven't died yet in a fight, but I feel like I've gotten pretty damn close. They keep throwing those damn Molotov cocktails at me. It's starts to freak me out after a while. Let's see. We can do an upgrade, maybe. Reinforced bow limbs allow stronger pull for increased damage. Upstream enables faster firing rate. The gun has longer magazine, holds 10 rounds. Recoil compensation improves accuracy for increased damage. And nothing to do with the pickaxe, so we're not doing anything there. Maybe I should do something with the handgun here. Increase damage, increase accuracy, maybe. Sounds good enough to me. Alright, what are we doing? Anything around here? There's a bunch of rats. It's kind of gross.
This coin probably found its way into Japanese circulation sometime in the mid-19th century.
Very good, Lara. But you're keeping up on your history. Do I need to head in here? Oh shit. Is she shushing herself or is she shushing the rats? Quiet, rats. You're squeaking too loud.
Hey! Get that damn gun off me!
I think I can get this guy, but not able to get the one further out. Alright, Skirty. Well, good chatting with you. I do appreciate that. And hope you have a good night. We will be... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Actually, I think if you hold it too long, she accidentally lets go. Oh, boy. Just me, or did that sound like Peter from Family Guy? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Isn't right.
How many people are here? I guess we can't, like, lock onto enemies quite yet. Or maybe that's not something we could do at all. I don't know. No, I can't do that. That would be awful. You don't want me to do that.
Help me out here.
Oh, shit.
Time to burn.
Oh, wow. Man, that is a hell of a gun. But welcome to the stream, Eloquent Barbie. Oh, shit. Yeah, right about now would have been a nice time to have the oh, hey. The melee upgrade. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, hey. I know there are people that come in from behind. Glad to be here. Glad to have you. Thank you for stopping by. A little bit of a hectic situation right now, but hopefully we can get through it. That guy just exploded into flame. Alright. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit of a lay of the land, but yeah. Patrols were a little more intense, I guess, than I was expecting. Thank you, Vale. Appreciate the confidence. I did just take out 5 guys in pretty quick succession, so I guess I can't be too upset about that. I can't see what's going on over that way, though. Doesn't look like a marker's really turning red for me either, so... Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Thank God those aluminum barrels can block so many bullets.
You hear me?
I thought the reload command was actually a melee command. Is he the one making that sound? Alright.
How many are there?
Definitely could have gone better. I don't know where these guys are. They probably don't know where I am, though. We're not done yet. No GG just yet. I mean, it was a pretty hectic situation, but it sounds like there's more people up here. Like that guy. There you go. let's take time to get some treasures.
Period coin minted in the late 17th century. It could have come from any number of old wrecks on this island.
Well, she sounds delighted. Yeah, I guess now. Alright, alright. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Hold up. Still premature. Enemy movement patterns in this game are pretty frantic. They're all slipping and sliding around. Sounded like the music took a sting though, so I think we're done now. Time to reap the rewards. Actually, I should probably go down there. I don't think I picked up everything from the bottom. Let me go through, try to pick everything up real quick, then we can come back up here. Let's see, let's see. Sorry, I'm going to be pulsing this stuff for a little bit, make sure we pick up everything we can. What is all this? This is a pretty big space to just kind of have out in the open. Some fruits and vegetables. A little bit of ammo. Kind of seems suspicious. Okay. I think that should be good enough. Is there a run button also? That's something else I've been wondering about. That. Oh, she could do like a little charge. I guess I should keep that in mind. I'll be able to bash into enemies real quick while I'm trying to escape loads and loads of them that come after me. Alright.
This bunker. World War II era. Probably Japanese.
Oh, no, I guess we don't need that. Man, that was a roundabout way to get back in here.
It's freezing.
How many came in from the new wreck? A couple dozen. And some women. Father Matthias brought one in himself. For the ritual? Probably. We'll find out tonight.
Oh, I see. It's the other room. No one leaves. We'll just see about that, huh?
Careful, careful! It's loaded with fuel!
No shit.
What do they need it for?
Generator, probably. For the tower.
How the hell are we gonna get it up the stairs?
Man, it's a damn shame I don't have a... Or actually, you know what? I wonder if video game logic applies here. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's surprising, huh? Just 3? Man, that was a really high toilet. Okay, let's see what else is in here. It's super interesting. Oh. Okay, I've been noticing a couple times. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like some of the UI is like bleeding off of the screen. I'm hoping it's nothing super important, but I just saw like Wii U. I'm pretty sure there's something else added to that. Unless Nintendo is really promoting some cross promotion with these games. I don't know. Why you gotta burn it? Okay. Oh, that must be the Colt's insignia. Can't stand for that. Go through. Ease up, son. Oh, nice. Waste the whole lantern just so I could burn a banner. Maybe I could do that with like a person. Alright, I guess I'll have to try it later.
That glass looks weak.
I could shoot it, but it looks like I can get up through here.
Run, outsider!
What the hell?
I'm gonna watch you die now.
Good luck with that. There you go, asshole.
Hey! What?
Where is he? Oh, there you are. Oh, I wanted to shoot him.
Just end it. Please.
Oh, well now he's asking for it. I don't know. Could just leave you there. Alright, see ya. Yeah. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Brotherhood of the Sun. Oh, they got their own little club name.
Now,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
you're going down.
Don't know what the hell I'm shooting at. Ah. Oh, something exploded. Okay, let's try up here. What the hell was even the layout of that room for that to actually happen? Damn it. Okay, alright, hold on. Never mind, I'm just gonna run.
I'm coming for you. She's up on the second floor. Get up there. Shoot the glass. Get her.
Oh, you don't want to camp right now? Oh, shit. Oh, something near his head exploded.
She's tearing us to pieces. Use the old consoles as cover.
Somebody had to light on fire. It's gonna happen eventually. That guy actually died, right? Okay. I think he fired that arrow from his crotch. Okay. Again, just a full complement of people. Is he gonna be there if I... Here, let's camp for a second. Oh yeah, his face right in the fire there. That's nice. Come, gather around the fire. We can smell this man's burning face and hair. Alright, what do I want? If anything. Advanced salvaging, maybe? If you look at animal corpses, reward you with extra salvage. No. It's a great visual. It's a great visual. I think it's more of like just happenstance and not necessarily a glitch. Steady shot. I already got that. Ammo capacity. Tier 2. Oh, we need to be hardened for that. We're not hard yet. Dirty tricks. Cleverly use dirt and rocks to blind your enemy. Oh yeah, I want that. Give me that. We've been coming up against like these people for so long, like with them like actually getting into close quarters situations. Press B to scramble, then Y to throw dirt at enemies' eyes to blind them briefly. Yeah, this will probably be a boon. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Eloquent. Or should I say Barbie? Or EB. There he is. This game doesn't have ragdoll physics, does it? No? Okay. I can't actually get him out of there, so... yeah. Just gonna have to live with that. You're both stealth girl all the way. I would like to be better with the stealth, but the situations presented to me have been a little bit more trying, I think. Maybe that's just me playing on the hardest difficulty setting. I don't know. But boy, they sure do seem sensitive. I wasn't taking it as pretentious. I thought it was funny. Well, EB works. Alright, well, now I know. People have a ton of different names for me, because if you look at my username, it's not like it leaves... It leaves plenty to the imagination, I guess I should say. I was going to say it doesn't leave, but yeah, no, it leaves plenty to the imagination. So people call me Seven, Sev, S7. So, like, anything works, really. If any of those are uttered, I pretty much know that I'm being referred to.
Father Matthias will set us free. From what? This island?
Maybe. Was I preempting you a bit? Might be you went normal since it was your first playthrough. I probably did as well, but since I played this game already before, I figured I might as well give it a try. And I was doing all of the Legend games on the hardest difficulty setting as well, so I thought we might keep up the trend. Though I might end up regretting it. Whoops. Coming out of the rafters. Jesus. I'm glad throat shot works. Or throat shots. Don't necessarily need to go right for the head. Gives me a little bit of leeway to work with. But yeah, I think I might take a look, like, before I stream this again, at kind of what makes the hard difficulty setting a hard difficulty setting. Because some games take the lazy way out and they just make enemies harder, or they, like, put more enemies in your path. But some games, if they want to go the extra mile, what they'll end up doing is they'll actually make, you know, some adjustments to the enemy AI. Or sometimes they'll change, like, the pathfinding and the routes they take, or give them more abilities. So I'm kind of curious, because this game seems somewhat advanced with its enemy AI. I'm getting, like, flashbacks to Killzone 2 a little bit.
Alex, are you there?
Yeah.
The console's a wreck.
Damn it. Well,
Unless you see a Radio Shack around. You're gonna have to patch it manually through the maintenance panel.
Was Radio Shack still around when this game came out?
That sounds simple enough.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to find it first. On those old towers, they installed those panels high up. I mean, way high up.
Climbing again. Great.
Well, you should be used to it by now. Remember a few years ago when Radio Shack wanted to rebrand because they wanted to be more hip? Apparently radios weren't something that the average everyday person used, so they wanted to be something different. Like, the radio sounds so antiquated.
I am alone now. The rest of them are dead. This is for the best. I watched from the cliffs as their makeshift boat was tossed and turned by the storms. The clouds look like a hand upon the water, desperately clawing at their doomed boat.
This guy's intense.
None
Jesus.
survived the wrath of the storm. I observed it carefully. The storm was localized and sudden. And just as suddenly, it was gone.
Because the shack sounds so hip. It's just the shack. Well, what's in the shack, though? It almost sounds a little bit promiscuous. It's the Love Shack. Was that the name they were going for? Boy. Oof. Since you get New Game Plus, these keep upgrading your weapons to wage your sight and sensitivity to a number of enemies. It would make the most sense, but you never know. I don't know. I think it might be interesting, because it might be something... Ah, shit, I backed out of it. Okay, hold up. I'll read it like he did. I observed it carefully. The storm was localized and sudden, and just as suddenly as it was gone. Or just as suddenly it was gone. And this is the most interesting detail. It didn't seem random. I sensed emotion. Something deliberate. I don't know what's happening on this island. Not yet. But if I ever hope to escape, I must understand this phenomenon. Now my real work begins. There you go. It's not like we missed a beat. Oh, the boiler room. He was so intense in the reading, I had to match it.
That tower better work after all this.
So I remember reading a thread where people were questioning why segments like this happen in games so often nowadays. And I didn't know it myself until I read through, but it actually makes a lot of sense. When you have like those tight corridor sequences where you're basically just pushing one direction to get through a tight space or something, it's a loading screen. It's a hidden loading screen. Because there's a set amount of time that takes place between when you start that segment and when you end, and it's just enough time to load up a new area. So we were loading up this little outdoor segment. Kind of fascinating. Holy shit, we got a lot of gear. Let me see. What can we do? Oh, we can upgrade this thing now, too. One thing about this is I don't know how often the ammo is going to pop up with it. Probably a little bit more frequently as we go on, but it certainly seems like I'm getting more pistol ammunition than anything. Muzzle brake delivers round more accurately. Increased damage. Longer magazine holds 10 rounds. I don't know. What about the bow? Stronger pull for increased damage. That might be good. They're usually in close quarter situations when like all these guys are like trying to run up to me. I don't usually like having the bow out, just because it takes longer to actually shoot this thing. Maybe it wouldn't be such a problem if I upgraded the firing rate, though. Huh? Let's see that. We have a wrapped string now. Alright. Anything around here? No. I guess I could have shot that thing. Alright, EB. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you coming around and appreciate the follow as well. But hopefully we'll see you again. I do stream a lot of games. I'm not just a Tomb Raider streamer. I'm just happen to be doing this because I'm going through the series right now. But there will be more Tomb Raider in the future, so probably early next week. But I'm kind of juggling this, Halo Infinite campaign, and Batman Arkham Origins at the moment. So you might see something different if you pop around again. But thank you, and you have a good night. I think I lie about voice acting career. Well, you never know. Whoa, you trying to throw me off? He actually hit a rock way sooner than I thought he would.
Damn, how many are there?
That's what I want to know. It's like a Resident Evil 4 situation in here. You think the village would only have like maybe a couple dozen people, but then they got like armies. Well, shot me in the arm, I shot him in the head. Guess it all works out in the end. Let's see. Oh, there you are. Bastard. I legitimately feel like I could aim a little bit better if I could tighten the sensitivity up a bit. Which I might do that right now, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it. Let's take a look though. Let me see. Mouse and keyboard. No, not that. Gamepad. Aim sensitivity. Let's turn. I don't know. Let's turn it down. Let me turn it one notch down. Whoa, hold up, guys. Jesus. Got a whole Tower of Doom here. Yeah, probably not too far away from where I previously was, because you were, like, firing at me. That's not gonna be a headshot. I'll just shoot him in the back repeatedly until he dies. How about that? Again, fair trade-off. Oh, shit. I just saw that. Damn it. Well. That would have been easier. Screw it. Just do that. There's still something up there. Gotta like calm down. These guys are pleading with me. They're begging me to stop. I'm starting to feel bad. Lara's just going on this rampage, this killing spree. Oh, damn.
Got something for you.
Sure you do. Get up here? Yes, I can. Cool.
Over the years, there have been other survivors, but I've avoided.
Oh god, this guy again.
And if they got in my way, I was not merciful. But now I know I need others. In order to move forward, I must fully control this island. So I will gather a small group of loyal followers. They must understand power and the need to organize. But more importantly, they cannot hesitate to kill or use violence. It will be part of their life here. They will need structure and purpose and work. But when this island is mine, I will discover the true secret of the storms.
He's a bit comic booky. His guy's way intense. I think it's Matthias. I mean, he was all charmer when we saw him the first time around, but in his personal thoughts that we could somehow lift from journal entries. Boy, he is villain of the week. Okay, let me just see if there's any. Oh, calm down.
Keep her away from the tower.
I think you guys should let me go to the tower.
Can't hit her.
You guys keep trying that, but it's not working out so great, huh? Oh, shit.
What the hell? She's still alive.
I'm getting a feel for it. I think tightening up the aim was a little bit good. If no other way to express that. It was good.
Out of the way. She's locked.
Okay, focus. You can do this.
I mean, you've killed a lot of other people, so I have no doubt. Okay, I guess we can.
Keep firing.
I'm gonna try my sand throwing ability. Can I do that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I guess that didn't work. You know what? Hold up. Here we go.
Still alive.
I lived, bitch. Is that it? Oh, I was expecting more. There's like 5 guys in there. Up a couple things so we can head on inside. What about the big guy? Does he have anything? Oh, cool. Bow parts. Nice. I guess he's kind of like a mid-boss or something. Can upgrade the bow. Not bad, not bad. I haven't used it in a while, but you know, not bad. I mean, I guess it's better for stealth situations. They really haven't been giving me a whole lot of stealth situations. Past few minutes here. It's all been shooty. That rat does not know what it wants to do. Speaking of, that's another game rat. For some reason, there is always hot topics of discussion regarding video games and the rats they contain. I don't think I've ever seen Tomb Raider brought up. Try and open that real quick. Oh shoot, okay. I do want parts or scrap pieces. Let's get that net open. I think I can get another upgrade for the bow. What do we have here?
Some kind of soldier's identity tags. I don't recognize the kanji. Were these used during World War II?
Yeah, I wasn't aware that Japanese had dog tags in World War II. That'd be interesting. Something like a burn? I guess not. Okay, what are we looking at? Oh, another campsite. Cool. We have a point. Still feeling like I should do some of this other stuff. Ammo capacity. Well, actually, we might be at a crossroads here. Because I don't necessarily need ammo capacity right this second. Resourceful archers can recover arrows from bodies of enemies. Oh, I thought I was already doing that. Careful looting animal corpses will reward you with extra salvage. Thoroughly search crates and caches to find extra salvage. Let me do that one. I'm not really hunting all that much. Okay, what is this?
A plan is taking shape in my mind. In order to unlock the power of this island, I first need to understand what has happened here. I need time and room to study this place. There are many mysteries here, foremost of which the ruins of an ancient Japanese empire and a mysterious queen. It all started with her.
Well, we're certainly getting a lot of insight on this fellow. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure if I could actually climb up these or if they were primarily used for sliding. Two-way street.
Okay, here goes.
I mean, I guess I'd be cautious because it's all rusty and whatnot, but she's been climbing across like twigs and branches that probably would have had less stability. Well, there you go, I guess. Dog tags have been around since Spartan times. I know that there's been means of identifying soldiers for quite a while. That's been a hard concept, but like the actual dog tag, like that we refer to it as, had like that particular type of shape. But I don't know how long that particular method has been around for. Portion of the bars are gone. World War II specifically? Alright, I got you. Very fascinating. I'm glad we could learn a couple things here. Or at least I can. Ah. Vantage point unlocked. And now we could do a dive into a haystack down below.
Alex?
Lara!
I'm at the panel.
Okay. The tower should boost the signal from the transmitter.
Okay.
Alright, find the emergency channel and get a clear signal on your radio before you broadcast the SOS. Hey. We got everything crossed for you down here, LC.
Thank you.
Oh, there's something I actually have to do. Oh. Not that one. Wait, that sounded pretty good.
Situation and location coordinates, and stand by for a response. You're tuned to the International Emergency Broadcast.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Lara Croft of the Endurance. We are stranded on an island in the Dragon's Triangle. We need help and medical supplies. Please respond. Come on. Mayday! Mayday! This is Lara Croft of the Endurance.
This is aircraft Nautilus 177 Alpha. Searching for you since the distress call from your vessel. Almost given up hope.
So had we.
Got your approximate position. We could sure use a visual.
I'll figure something out.
Be heading your way soon. Out.
Lara Croft, you are my hero!
Calm down, buddy.
Reyes actually just
cracked a smile?
Right. Need a signal. A fire. Fuel, flames. I can do that.
Pretty simple, I think. Oh, wow. There is actually a zip line that goes all the way down. Oh, boy. Before we go, is there anything... Nothing like on the ridge here? I guess not. Alright. I would not want to do that, but...
That's one way to get down.
Man, with the cutscenes here, boy, they are jittery. And like I said, I think that's a stylistic choice. I feel like I'm watching a Paul Greengrass movie. But I guess that was the style at the time. Everybody wanted to simulate that freehand cam. World War I had metal tags that closely resembled the pet tags of the day, so then that's the nickname origin. Heard it at the U.S. soil. On U.S. soil, looks like paper cards with the ID method. Okay, I got you.
Fuel tanks.
I guess that's why dog tags themselves are so synonymous with World War II. It's usually so heavily in the iconography with it. I mean, we saw a big fuel tank previously. Should I have shot that? Ah, fire striker.
This should do the trick.
Now we can make fire anywhere. I don't know, bursting a gas line doesn't seem like a good idea, but I guess it'll make quite a fire. Oh, it's liquid fuel. Should I, like, go somewhere?
There it is.
Ah, damn it, you jinxed it. Oh, God. Ow. Okay. Oh, no, we're still good. Don't you worry. Lara can get hit by a plane and keep on ticking. Okay, don't rest just yet. I knew it was too good to be true. I remember when I played this game my first time around. Oh, hey. The pilot actually survived.
Pilot.
Yay.
I have to get to him.
When I first played this game, my first playthrough, when it initially released, I was like, boy, that was a short game here. It already put the signal out and all that. Where the hell did he end up? Oh, there he is. Okay. Big green parachute. Hey, I didn't even... Oh, okay. I guess it's just showing me a new concept. Oh boy, we got one of them Uncharted moments. We just gotta run from thing to thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. It's not what I expected to happen, but... Oh no! That was quick.
Lara, you there?
All that, and that's what, like, gave away her position. You'd think with all the ruckus going on, he wouldn't be able to hear it. Slide sequences are cool, but so stupid. You know how many bones would break in the end. I mean, yeah, they're definitely not logical. They're all right. I feel like some games, Uncharted in particular, can overuse them. I don't really remember how often they get used in this game. But it's probably our second one while I've been playing this. So, not too much so far, but it is definitely something that is reminiscent of Uncharted. Because, boy, do they happen a lot in that game. Oh, I should probably go check on the pilot now. I'm sure he's fine. Lara got hit by a plane. I don't think getting stabbed by a machete is that bad. All things considered. How you doing? Oh, we can't even take anything from him. You don't even want to, like, search him? He might have, like, a ration or something cool. Put the torch away. There you go. Okay. Forgot how to do it for a second. Can I actually... Oh, I can actually open these now. Nice. I guess we haven't come across one for a while. They just contain scrap. A little disappointing. But probably a decent amount. Alright. New campsite. Cliffside Vista.
What the hell happened?
This storm, it came out of nowhere. These clouds, they just surrounded the plane.
Lara, listen. I saw the crash from here, so you must be close to my position. Just get back here safe.
All right. On my way.
Love the look of this place. I like some of the, like the cliffside buildings that look real neat. I feel bad you ever discovered anything in Uncharted. When Priceless Lost History just to watch it blow up. I liked 2. I really didn't like 1. I didn't like the first Uncharted game that much. But when I played 2, I thought that was a much better experience. I've always wanted to go back and play the rest of them. Because I own them. Sony gave away the whole trilogy, I think.
I can't get it out of my
last
head.
year.
A storm that came out of nowhere, out of a clear sky, and brought down a plane. It's not rational. You know it's not rational, Lara. There must be some explanation. I just don't know what it is yet.
But yeah, with the Uncharted games, things go comically bad in those games, and there is a lot of action. I'm feeling like there's a lot of action in this game, but it's like increased tenfold in the Uncharted games. I don't necessarily mind that, but I feel like when you have other properties like Indiana Jones, like Lara Croft, and the Tomb Raider series, Uncharted is kind of like the weird stepchild that's brutally violent about everything. It's like where some of the other games with similar properties kind of try to logically progress through a game. It's like with Uncharted, it's just like shoot your way through all of it. And then no payoff at the end. You can pick up a couple artifacts here and there, but pretty much everything that you're actually searching for, don't even worry about it. But I do think they're fun. in a sense. And yeah, I've always wanted to go back and play through 3 and 4. I owned 4, and then I got the trilogy when Sony was giving that away, so I could at some point. But then I was trying to like think, do I want to stream those? I just don't know. I feel like after I'm done with the Tomb Raider series, it might be a natural progression. But it's like, would I be sick of this genre by then? I guess I haven't. I'm not sick of it now, and I've played through, what, like 9 games so far, so... You like them all, but one basically set the cast, the rest go deep the story character development department so they get good. That's probably part of it, and I didn't like some of the side characters with 1. I felt like some people were a little bit on the annoying side to me, but as a game, I thought it was fine. It's just not something that I ever really wanted to go back and play through. But I recognize it as a decent game, and like I said, I especially liked the second one. I felt like the second one took what everything that 1 established and then just kind of reinforced that and made it a little bit better. It was a more interesting story. I thought the characters were more likable. I thought the artifact was more interesting. So, let's see. I'm trying to read here and see what I want to get, because I don't really know what I want to upgrade. I guess this thing is really inaccurate. I probably wouldn't mind to have a little bit of stability, but is it going to be worth it? Reload speed might be nice. Another magazine. Boy, I just do not know. I guess I could just keep saving up and maybe we could get that, what is this? Burst fire? Oh, no. I don't like burst fire, actually. Let's not do that. Polished ejector. Polished ejector increases firing rate. That would be nice. Alright. Okay, so I feel like this has been a good start. We've put quite a bit of time into this. We spent about an hour doing Underworld and finishing that up, but boy, we did like an additional 2.5, 2 and 3/4, 2 and some change. I don't know. But I think I'm probably going to stop here. This game has, automatic saving, yes. I guess it would, because we had the game crash earlier and it picked up right where I left off. So that's nice. But I've enjoyed what I've played so far. I've kind of been hesitant about getting into the reboot trilogy, because I just didn't know if I'd be in the mood for this particular type of gameplay style. But it's fun. It's not, I'm not having to think about how careful my steps need to be like I was with Tomb Raider Underworld. This is kind of just like a run and gun sort of situation. Most of the parkour and the climbing and all that is pretty on rails, but it is what it is. I don't necessarily mind all that much. But I've enjoyed it so far, and we'll definitely get back into this sooner rather than later. I think tomorrow I'm probably going to look at doing some Halo Infinite. We might be finishing up that story because it looks like we're coming to a head with that thing. But we'll come back with Halo Infinite next time around. And probably on Monday, if I stream on Monday, we'll do some more Tomb Raider. And I think I'm just going to branch between those games. And then sometime like middle of the week or later on in the week, we'll look at doing the Batman Arkham Origins DLC, Cold Heart. So that should be fun. But anyway, thank you guys a lot for being in the stream. Had a lot of chatting going on. I already feel like my voice is leaving me, so thanks. But no, I always like conversing with all you guys. Thank you, Vale, for the raid. Appreciate that. Big thank you. Thank you for all the follows, my EB, Viddy. So you guys are awesome. I'll try to be back tomorrow. We'll see about doing some Halo, like I said, and just kind of continue on from there, because there's a couple days that I missed, and I just kind of want to keep on keeping on. Let me take a look here. Anybody I know playing something? Oh boy. Let's see. Art. I like Art. He's a cool dude. He does speak Spanish though, so I don't know that that's a most of the audience here seems to be English speakers, but I think I'm gonna raid him because he's usually not streaming around when I am. So I'm gonna raid him real quick. Pop in and say hi. He'll always be appreciative, and he speaks a little bit of English, but in any case, thank you guys. Thank you, Val. You have a good night, and everybody else, take care. We'll see y'all next time around. So. Ta-ta for now.